Okay, so we've got some duels coming up at the end of the month at the
Yes.
Canfield County Fairgrounds, a new facility,
We'll be
which
there
is
this
Sunday,
weekend. Yeah.
right?
That'll
Saturday,
be-
Sunday. What's your day? Saturday's
We're
your day.
Saturday. So I think they split, I think it's weight class. They split Division 2 or something like that. I forget exactly how they did it, but we'll be all of our guys will be wrestling on Saturday.
Okay, so that's the big school.
Correct.
Because it's divisional, and they send you to your prospective high school based on its division, St. Edward's Division 1.
Yeah.
So the Eagles are going to be there, and then we're going to get a sample of the venue.
Yeah.
It's new.
Yeah, I've never been there. We're having divisional states there. We're having junior high state duels there, and I think there's one more event too. I'm not positive.
Junior high state duels and the duels that are going to be OAC are going to be there at the end of the month, right, in February. What's the big thing you guys look? We just talked about it. You're always going for the sweep. You always want the sweep, right?
Yeah.
You always, St. Ed's wins the high school duels in Division 1 last 3 years.
Yeah.
And then you want to win the OAC ones.
Yeah.
How important is the sweep to you guys?
It's important. I think it's more about just like them competing as a team. You know what I mean? Like we go to a lot of events, where they have these national teams or they're putting together. Obviously, with OAC, there's some restrictions there. But I mean, a lot of our guys we were talking about the other day. Between like Butlers, Miller, Perkle. Actually, Perkle came probably 6th grade, 7th grade. But a lot of these guys have been wrestling for 6, 7, 8 years ago. I mean, the first team that I walked into when I started coaching with Westshore was, Bryce Hepner, Andonian, Dover, Patty, Reaney. I mean, we had some real hammers in there, and they had been wrestling together for a really, really long time together. And they come through the high school together. I mean, they're in the same room on the same team for, 8 years, 9 years, 10 years, and that's something special. So, yeah, of course we want to have some dominance and get the clean sweep, but for us, it's more about like everyone's part of the same team, the same family, and they're together for a really long time. The families, the parents, the coaches, and there's something special there.
So when you guys, you're doing some of the event too. You're helping out with the event. You're
Correct.
doing some of that planning, and that's logistics. You did the Defense Soap duels. It's a lot of work, man.
Yeah.
You guys love
I'm
work.
not okay.
You
so
love work.
I can't like same thing for Defense Oak duels. I like showed up to help set up the mats and stuff, but I mean, there's a lot of people behind the scenes. For Defense Oak duels, we got Mazer doing all that. For this, I think Mazer's helping too. But I mean, I'll help set up mats and stuff. But as far as all the painstaking organization, phone calls, compliance, that's not something I do. So, I'm being honest.
You're a worker bee.
Yeah, exactly.
Worker bee. Okay. What is going on with this beard right now? And
I don't like it.
This hair, all this stuff. First off, your hat's horrible. I hate your hat's guts. I gave you a Wahoo hat.
I wear the
What
Wahoo
are you
hat.
doing, man? You're embarrassing me right now.
I had one of my kids, Aiden Peterson. He's anywhere between 50 and 70, 150, 170. And he came up to me and I thought he was gonna ask me something serious at the tournament this weekend. He's like, is that the only do you have stake in the Cleveland Indians? Why do you always have Indians hat on? He was very confused / concerned that
/ my grandpa drew Chief Wahoo.
I know.
Did you tell him that?
I feel like if I wear the Chief Wahoo, part of it's pride. I don't want to be arrogant and being like, oh, yeah, my grandpa did that. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna have to give this one to you. I don't know.
Yeah.
I bought I told you I bought 50 or 60 of them, right? When MLB.com dumped them, I got them for $2.49 a piece.
I think this is a Marshall's pickup. I think this is a $5 thing.
Horrible.
Pick up 5 of them at a time.
Throw it in the trash. But anyhow, anything going on with Defense Soap right now? Talk to me. We're here. We're at the room that Guy Seiko built here off of his factory.
The house that
World HQ.
Yeah, World Headquarters.
Literally.
Yeah. So I mean, right now, so it's obviously a really weird year. So it's been a slower season, but it'll be longer. So normally, most high schools and states are starting November, December, and go through to March. We just kind of I think we'll have the same kind of season, and it'll just be much, much longer. I'm sorry, the same kind of season as far as volume is concerned. So November and December weren't crazy wrestling starting, putting in crazy hours or anything like that. But, for instance, I think February or March are starting I think Illinois is starting back up, New Jersey's starting back up. So some of these bigger states that have got postponed, they're wrestling, they're not buying soap in November because their season isn't starting until February or March. So definitely adjustment. But yeah, everything's still moving along here pretty well.
So the volume is going to pick back up as far as wrestling
Well,
season.
I think it'll be longer.
But the thing about with you guys is it doesn't really matter anymore because you're international
Yeah.
and you're going into brick and mortars. How's that going?
It's such a long process. We got meetings again tomorrow all day, and we're just learning it. I mean, I feel like we've been talking about that for a year, and we're going to be talking about it for another 2 years. It's just the way that it works. But it's, everything's on track and on pace to do where we need to be right now.
When are we going to start buying more buildings?
Buying more buildings?
Building more buildings and buying more.
I think we have some rental space we're looking at.
But you got to buy more buildings and build more. Like this, there's an addition coming here.
We got to get a guy like a monocle and a cane who's like the Monopoly man. But yeah,
it's coming though. I'm not making that up.
What? We're building more?
You have to.
Yeah, I mean we got.
You're gonna grow by 10 once you get into a brick and mortar. Am I making that up?
No.
Hold on. You grow by 5. Let's just say that. Let's go low end. You got to build a new building.
Yeah. I don't know what we're gonna do. We got space back there. I guess we could just knock out this wall.
Then a tow motor is gonna have to go through the wrestling room. I don't think that's gonna happen.
That's not happening. I don't know what we're gonna do. Oh, I'm saying if we build out more there and then moved all the. I don't know. Who knows? I don't know.
I'll ask
Good
him.
problem to have.
I gotta go talk to him.
Okay.
All right. Do you have anything else for me?
We got some wrestling going on over here.
Eagles' performance over the weekend. Rate it.
Awesome. They look really good. A lot of those guys came up through Westshore room, so I've been seeing them since they were little. Even hell, Patty. I remember he was coming in with Johnny McNulty when he was like 6 years old with Tom. Mike Boyd and myself were doing like little kid stuff with him. It was awesome. I mean, to see his whole arc and trajectory and where it's going to be. I mean, he's got bigger things ahead of him, but yeah, it's really cool to see all those guys coming up through our program and not just wrestling, but seeing turn into men is something special. It's definitely a privilege.
What about the Eris Dashels of the world?
So I didn't know him personally, but I mean, Gus does not give out credit very often. He has nothing but fantastic things to say about his work ethic and how he's really created opportunities for himself just by keeping his nose to the grindstone. And obviously, that's always been kind of the identity of St. Ed's.
It's like a Nick Nemeth guy.
Yeah,
they're like journeymen. They stick with the program, and eventually they get a year to start, and they shine.
I mean, like the Cowan and Lance Palmers of the world. They probably would have been 4-timers wherever they went, but. I talk about myself a lot. I when we did the podcast, I mean, I was by no means a up and coming prospect. I was just a, run of the mill average kid. And, by putting the time in, surrounding myself with really good coaches and putting the work in, I was able to place in the state 3 times, which, I'm very confident that I couldn't have done that just, anywhere. So.
Yeah. Patty's going to win at West Geauga. Andonian's going to win at Kirtland, right? I mean, there's a lot of guys like that.
Yeah.
Palmers are going to win at Columbia Station.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, you get what we're saying, though, but it's those other guys that are kind of the X factor right?
100%.
The Eris Dashels, the Charlie Agozzinos.
Yeah.
Where would you go into high school? John Marshall?
Yeah, I'm a Cleveland guy, so
I don't know if you would have got the job done at John Marshall. I'm not going to lie to you.
I'm not sure.
I hate to kind of diminish the Charlie Agozzino, but yeah, like you're a guy that the program makes.
Yeah.
All right.
Those middle of the line guys that, find a way to go from starting their senior year to placing at the state multiple times is something special.
Tom Gallagher wanted me to do the room tour.
It was awesome.
Did you like it?
It was super cool. Yeah, it was very cool.
Did you watch both of them? Top and bottom?
Yeah, there's a lot of history. And just talking, I mean, anytime I think people come into our rooms, I think I think you may have stolen this from me. The Yankee Stadium.
It was totally yours. I actually said it. Literally said it.
It was from,
I didn't steal it. When I give you credit, that means that it's not stolen.
When we were at National Duels, we got to work out when I was at Cornell. We got to work out there, and like all the kids were like blown away, and they're like walking around looking at the charts, be like, Andy Rovet went here, Yoshi Nakamura.
There's still a video that's waiting.
What?
There's still a video that I haven't posted yet, where it's like I did the Hall of Champions and the Streak video. Actually, did you see that one yet?
The Streak.
Yeah, the Streak. Did you see
Yeah.
that video?
Yeah.
Okay, so I did post it. If you
There
notice,
could've been an unlisted one.
I shoot a lot of stuff. If you've noticed, I don't know.
Yeah.
Sometimes you forget about what's sitting on your phone.
Yeah.
And
There's some nuggets in there.
There's a lot.
You'll like post something from like a match or an interview from 10 years ago, and I'm like, holy crap, you know what I mean?
I remember that.
Yeah.
It must have been sitting on his phone.
Yeah.
That happens. All right, you got anything else for me today?
Defend what you have built.